The families of two Britons sentenced to death for fighting Russian forces in Ukraine have said they need urgent access to medical and legal help. Aiden Aslin and Shaun Pinner were captured fighting with the Ukrainian Army and tried as mercenaries by a Russian proxy court. Both the UK government and Ukraine's top prosecutor have said the sentences breach the Geneva Conventions. Foreign Secretary Liz Truss spoke to her Ukrainian counterpart on Friday. Ms. Truss said she and Dmytro Kuleba discussed efforts to secure the release of prisoners of war held by Russian proxies, adding that the judgment against them is an egregious breach of the Geneva Convention. Mr. Aslin, 28, from Newark, in Nottinghamshire, and Mr. Pinner, 48, from Bedfordshire, who were both already living in Ukraine at the time of the Russian invasion, were captured in April while defending the besieged city of Mariupol. They were sentenced alongside a third man, Moroccan national Saad Brahim, by a Russian proxy court in the so-called Donetsk People's Republic, a pro-Russian breakaway region in eastern Ukraine. All three men were charged with being mercenaries, the violent seizure of power and undergoing training to carry out terrorist activities, according to Russia's state news agency RIA Novosti. The men's lawyer said they all wished to appeal against the sentence, Russia's TASS news agency reported. Aiden Aslin and Shaun Pinner may have been sentenced to death, but what happens now is likely to be determined more by politics than the law. In the short term, it is thought likely the two men will appeal against the conviction. Russian state media says they have a month to do so, but for now Foreign Secretary Liz Truss has not summoned Russia's ambassador in London. Officials fear that if the UK makes this a bilateral dispute with Russia, that would fuel the false claims that the two men are mercenaries, rather than Britons who have made Ukraine their home and served in its armed forces for several years. Nor could Ms. Truss formally negotiate with the authorities in Donetsk because UK does not recognize the People's Republic as a separate state. So for now perhaps the best hope might be for Mr. Aslin and Mr. Pinner to be released as part of a prisoner swap between Ukraine and Russia. But that might be some time coming if Russia wishes to continue using the two men to put political pressure on the UK.